whenever I tried to just address nutrition, I would wind up failing. And whenever I just tried to do it through like, well, I'm going to feel better about myself and eat whatever I want,
Mhm.
that didn't work out too well either. So I think it really is both.
Mhm.
And I don't know of many diets or even books that are addressing both.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I wrote the book, because I don't think the world needs another food book. I really wanted the psychology, the mental, emotional, spiritual component of it just as much a physiological component. And these both sides are really important. And a big conversation that I'm having in the book is this problem that I'm seeing on social media that then trickles down to me consulting patients and people ask me questions about it a lot, are this sort of food confusion around kind of what you were inferring, that sort of toxic diet culture on one side, and then toxic, what I would call toxic anti-diet culture, which on one end, it's that archaic, kind of how we started this conversation. It's like all about thinness, eat less, work out more, take this medication because it's all about what you look like. Who cares if you're actually healthy when you run labs? And then the other side is like this newer sort of rebound response, this toxic tribalism on the other end of the spectrum. That's like, there's no such thing as bad food. And any food changes are automatically labeled as toxic diet culture, all in the name of body positivity, which on the surface sounds so noble, right? There's so much virtue signaling around this conversation. But look, I talk to people for a living, getting them healthy. And the conversation that I'm having in Gut Feelings is this sort of middle approach, this sort of both and what I call food peace, where we can realize that there are some foods that will mess your blood sugar up, that will mess up your hormones, that will raise inflammation levels, that will hurt your mood. And avoiding those foods is not restrictive, it's self-respect. And on the other side, we're not going to shame our way into wellness. And as I say in the book, you can't heal a body you hate. You cannot shame your way into wellness. So it's this sort of using food and wellness and self-care as a form of self-respect, which I think is the paradigm shift that will set people free from toxic diet culture.